It's about time we finally got that Nazi off the stream. I don't know why Shadex let a Nazi into the marathon, but Momo's saying I can go, so we're going to kick it off. This is the Old Blood. It came out after the New Order. It is way more broken, way more fun to run, way more interesting. But it's actually the prequel to the New Order, so time's going to start once I go into the game. So, time starts now.
This war is a disease, passed through blood spilled by warriors. I feel the winds from the gathering storm.
I hope you don't mind the weight of the world on your shoulders, Agent Blazkowicz.
I've got pretty solid shoulders, Agent One.
Well, we're losing the bloody war.
Nobody told me.
HQ's put a tight lid on it.
Unfortunately, the intro is actually pretty long and pretty tedious. It's about the only part of the game we can't skip. So this is going to seem extremely like the New Order, because we're not skipping anything and we're watching a cutscene. But just give it a few minutes to transition over, and we'll be there.
Before the Nazis wipe out all that's good in the world.
America would never fold.
Alright, here's the checkpoint. Remember your cover. Commander Franz, Nazi bastard from the SS in Frankfurt.
So it's the same guard from the New Order as well.
Hier.
Fahren Sie zum Kontrollpunkt da vorne und zeigen Sie dort Ihre Papiere.
Vielen Dank. Wiedersehen. You and me, Blazkowicz. We're a good team. We can do this. Okay, look. You're German? Frankly, it's atrocious. So no talking. And keep your gun holstered for as long as you can.
If it gets blurry at sections or it looks pixelated, that's my internet. It can't handle this high quality, high octane action. I apologize for that, but you know.
Okay. Let's go.
We're not all gifted.
Stay focused. Stay quiet. And follow me, right?
Commandant Franz.
So the plot of the game is we're trying to infiltrate Castle Wolfenstein in order to find the plots that will go on in the New Order. So we're pretending to be a Nazi and infiltrating the castle. It gets pretty fun. That's really the only part of the story I remember, because we just skip everything else. Get ready for some high-octane thrills and chills as we go on this thrilling ride.
Zeigen Sie Ihre Papiere.
So there's a pretty good comedy stand-up routine in just a second. That is pretty solid.
Guten Morgen, Herr Jäger.
Was gibt's, Greta?
Die Papiere bitte.
I should probably give it to him.
Augenblick, warten Sie. Aus Frankfurt. Sind Sie Frankfurter?
Ja, ein Hotdog.
Ah.
So ein komischer Kauz. Die spinnen die Amis. Hotdog.
They're actually laughing at Dracu's run.
Die werden sich wundern, wenn wir an der Macht sind. Weiter. Greta, bei Fuß.
Alright, so we're gonna sneak in here.
Hot dog.
Reckon I had to say something.
That was Rudy Jaeger, Helga's second in command. He feeds his dogs with prisoners from the castle's dungeon.
So this is Wesley. He's a pretty cool guy. We get to leave him in the castle later on, but for now we just get a walk through here. It's gonna take his time. We can even go downstairs if we want. There's a little bed for an Easter egg if you get a key in the previous section. We're just gonna walk back upstairs. So this part's gonna remind you of BioShock Infinite. Long cutscene, can't skip. You're in a train car.
Helga von Schaps.
Only we don't have a sexy companion like Elizabeth. We have Wesley. He's pretty good. He's got a chiseled jaw.
Handpicked by
not bad.
Deathshead himself as a key member of the SS Paranormal Division. You know, I had the misfortune of encountering her on a mission to Tanzania. Did I ever tell you about that, Blaskowitz? I was sick with Blackwater fever at the time. Possibly the worst day of my life. Not even a heavy diet of whiskey could improve my condition, if you can imagine. Anyway, this castle, Helga owns it. It's her occult research center. Now we need to take down Death's Head or the war will be lost. And Helga is vital in doing this. There's a top secret document for
Can somebody mod the files so we can put Elizabeth's texture over Wesley?
Once we have that, well then, we can launch an assault on his base of operations. Shoot him dead. Turn this failure of a war around, and be back just in time for tea.
So we're pretty much about done with the walking simulator. We just have to get to the elevator.
You head for Helga's research center. We'll stay in touch via radio. Leaving the
She's gonna smack herself into the door a couple times.
Okay, inside the elevator.
So there's a small little skip we can do here. If we just run into the door, we get a checkpoint, which is for the other side. Instead of waiting for the door to open, which takes a while, we can just reload the checkpoint. Or it can just open, that's fine. Typically you kill the guy before it opens, so... Should probably reload anyways. Skip some dialogue that way.
Up on the catwalk, BJ. Don't shoot. It's just me.
Why you must do this game. Okay, so we're gonna pick up all this ammo we're never going to use. Pick up some health, some armor, shotgun, Skyrim helmet. At least, you know, Nazis are behind Skyrim, in case you didn't know.
Keep your secrets.
Alright, so you can get a couple upgrades here.
Now, if I was a safe, where would I hide? Well, I guess I wouldn't hide because I wouldn't be sentient, would I? But I guess I would just be. So, where would I be then?
They got a few of these boards, which makes the fight that's about to happen a little easier. Now we're just gonna wait for Lucy's present.
Blasted. I found the safe, but the bloody folder is gone. It's just not there. I saw a radio down there. Use it to contact Kessler. Tell him we can't find the folder. Make it snappy, Blaskowitz. I'll stay on the lookout.
Pathfinder calling Landseer. Come in, Landseer. Over.
This is Landseer speaking. Over.
Landseer, we can't find Lucy's present. Over.
Pathfinder, I have new information regarding Lucy's present. Rendezvous with me as soon as you can. We will discuss further. Over.
Roger. Pathfinder out.
Shit! Bloody hell! Hold them off, Blaskowitz! I'll find us an escape route!
There's a few different setups you can do here. You can try to get on the little platform in the middle of the room. But I find standing in the very back a little bit easier. Also, sometimes the Nazis will clip through the floor in the back there. It's very strange. It's not actually dead. One thing I don't know if Draku mentioned or not is if you're trying to reload a weapon in these games, if you do it from 0 bullets left, it takes longer. But if you do it from one, it's a little less time to reload, so typically you just don't want to empty your magazine all the way. This guy, please die. There we go. Some of them will just hide back here for no apparent reason.
Kessler knows
It's
something.
like hiding.
Well, it's worth bloody knows if we don't get out of this place. Look, I found a way out. Come here, I'll help you up.
Careful. Careful.
This also has references to Indiana Crystal Scroll, because Nazis were behind that as well, obviously.
Here we are. Get up here. Quick as you can. No turning back now, BJ. Keep moving.
Alright, so that's the boring part of the game out of the way. Now we're going to the prison. Because apparently BJ likes going to prisons a lot. For some odd reason, they decided not to kill us and just leave us in the prison. Which gives us the perfect opportunity to escape and find everything that we need.
Blaskowitz?
Yep, I'm here, Wesley.
Good, good.
So we're going to talk to Wesley, and then he
Out of here somehow.
kind of rambles on forever, so we're just going to leave him.
No, never been.
It's a majestic and beautifully built. Rolling hills as far as the eye can see. My father used to take me hiking there sometimes, before the Great War. He was happy back then.
So this pipe is our friend in this game. We're going to use it for a lot of different stuff, like climbing walls. Because why not? So we're going to go through a couple sections where we have to open these doors, but the robots get in the way, so we kind of have to take them out. You can either actually kill them or just shut down their device. Sometimes one's faster than the other. So we're going to shut this one down and then steal his weapon, which normally you're not supposed to be able to carry these from one place to the next, but if you smack the ground and then run away with it, you actually just store the minigun in your weapon wheel and you can pull it out whenever you want. It's meant to be a perk that you unlock later on, but you can just go ahead and skip getting that. You got the dogs. So there's really two mechs I need to take out in this area. Pull up. Machine gun. You can get by with taking out one, but this one likes to come after you anyways. Okay. I'll leave it behind. We should be okay. The two from the very start can still kind of spot you if they're in the wrong place at the wrong time, but we got okay. Pretty good luck there. So I want to give a shout out to one of the developers of the game, Mike Bazal. He's come in my chat quite often between the two games and was pretty interested in the speedruns and actually gave us a few tips, especially in the new order. So shout outs to Mike as I die there. More dog killing because PETA already hates me. Just another one we're going to take out. You can either kill these from the back or the front. If you do it from the back, it takes a little bit longer. It's a pro tip for everybody in life. You want to do it from the front. Alright, so now we can pull out the minigun we just stored. You don't really need to store it there, it's just a little bit easier. You do want to store it once again. So you can just kind of reach through the wall and grab this. This dog likes to attack you, but if you can jump, you don't get attacked, which is nice. If you try to crouch, try to move, try to swing, do anything else, the dog will grab onto you and waste time. But jumping just gets you out of his way. It's pretty nice. So I didn't actually want to do that. The dogs in this section are, for whatever reason, kind of broken, because they just are stuck. We have one more giant robot to get through, and if I can get past the bridge quick enough to stop me, nice. If you go too slow, he'll actually get on the bridge, and more often than not, he'll stop you from crossing it, which just wastes a ton of time. But now we're almost through the prison, and we can start breaking the game from here. And when I mean break the game, I don't mean jump up and hit a button through a floor type of stuff. I mean actually break the game. Because while the devs saw our speedruns and try to fix things between the two different games, they didn't realize we'd actually just find brand new stuff, and they forgot to try harder. So we're gonna have to fight Mecha Franker Z, but luckily we stored a minigun from before, and it's dead. Okay. Oop, need a slide. There we go. So we're going to take out an enemy here, just so he doesn't spot us right away. And if we get really lucky, no enemy will spot us. It just makes things a little bit easier. More than likely to spot you when you go in the water, though. We'll see. So far, so good. No one's seen us yet. Might be in the clear. Alright. Good. So I'm going to grab some armor just in case things go terribly, terribly wrong, but they won't because I'm just going to jump through this wall a couple times. Alright, there we go. So now we're underwater, outside the map, and we're just going to swim to the exit. So, if you want a real challenge, try to hold your breath while BJ is underwater, just to see if you can match it. So I actually can go for a little bit there. Check where we're headed. And keep swimming. So there's a tunnel here that you're supposed to take a boat down. But if you see it, you're actually too far to the right, so I need to go a little to the left. It's going to curve back out. I need to curve way back out. There we go. This game uses a lot of water that you're supposed to go through with boats. So instead of just putting it in the areas you need, they just stuck it in the whole map. So basically anytime you can get outside of the boundaries of the map in this game, you're in water. Just feel nice. Okay, so if you follow along with that, pretty easy skip. You jump through a wall and you're out of bounds. Judgy first found this skip, and then we've had multiple setups for this. We still don't really understand why or how this trick works, but it involves getting on a barrel and then jumping off, and then you can just do some magic. There's a very fast method, a very fast skip you can do, but it is not marathon safe, so I'm going to do a slightly slower method, but it has the same effect. So take out some enemies here. Kill this guy. Go on the bridge. Okay. You don't need to take these enemies out, but it really helps for setting up the next part. Okay. So like I said, we're going to get on this barrel, and hopefully it gives it to us first try. Okay, so I'm going to kind of just face this way. Okay, we'll see if that's good. So the camera moving back and forth there is actually not controlled by me. That's the game doing it. And if we're lucky, it'll let us just kind of put ourselves into this wall. And then if you jump crouch, you can just kind of, yeah, force your way into this building. Come on, just a little bit further. So the reason we don't understand a good setup for that trick is because every time you do it, it's slightly different. It messes with the hitbox of your character, and it's always a different way. Come on. Sometimes you get a really fast clip. There we go. Sometimes it takes forever, and sometimes you just simply can't clip and you have to set up the barrel again. So it's a little different every run, and it makes going for record kind of annoying. Let's try this wall. Okay, we're just going to go right through this one. Nice. We just need to get a little bit further into this wall, and we'll be solid, unlike the wall. Come on, baby. Yeah, you have to hit jump and crouch at the same, or not at the same time, but sort of close together. Yeah, so this is kind of a problem. The game let us slightly into the wall, but it's not letting us any further, which hopefully is not going to be a problem. So all we need to do is peek slightly through this wall. Hopefully this one will let me in. So I need to get through either one of these walls at all, and it'll be nice. Really don't want to have to reset the area to set up the barrel again. That'd be nice. But we might have to, because this is not being friendly. I'm just gonna go ahead and restart checkpoint because if it was gonna let me get into the wall, I would have done it sooner. Actually, did it put me on the other side? Yeah, it already closed that, so. It semi got the trick. Unfortunately, it's not the one we want, so. Let's go ahead and get another barrel going. The true test is whether we can get the second clip off the barrel quickly. Really nice if this guy just left me alone. So if you don't reload a checkpoint and you get through the second wall up there, you actually don't have to clip down here again. Yeah, we need a reset. This is about the only part of the run that has a real chance of making everything go bad.
Okay, one more.
So I'm not a happy camper right now. This is about as bad as it can go. It's a little Nazi killing fun, why not? Alright. There's one other wall we can try, which is the semi-segmented method, which may actually be worth going for at this point. Yeah, the barrel's not being kind at all. So, let's see if I can clip through this wall. If I can, I'll go for it. If not, then I'll just reset up the barrel. Might be able to force my way in here. Yeah, although I'm getting close, it's still not actually really letting me in, so the barrel's being a complete dick. Alright, baby, let me into this wall. Alright, this is going absolutely terribly. Wonderful. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. Beryl, it's time we've had a talk. I know we're ahead of schedule and you're just trying to buy us time, but it'd be really nice if you just let me go through a wall. Alright, something I didn't want to do at all. We're just gonna fucking restart the whole thing. Not the whole game, just the level. This barrel is, the joys of going for a record in this game. You can have a perfect prison, perfect intro, get here, and just lose every bit of sanity you have left. But hey, this game's going to be at AGDQ, so be sure to watch it then when the same exact thing happens. That guy's still alive, but at this point, who really cares? Take 74. Let's see if we can get in this wall quickly. This guy will go away. Thank you. Oh man, that barrel. Whew. This barrel's being a jokester. I think this is about the best luck I could have asked for in a marathon. Not only have I spent way more time than I needed to, yeah, it just looks like I'm trying to run into a wall that won't let you run into it. I promise, guys, we can get into this wall at some point in time. We might be here for another hour, but we will make it into this wall one day. Doesn't look like it's going to be today. Maybe tomorrow. Let's try this one. Nope. The game truly hates us. Oh, okay, no. There we go. Alright, I didn't want to have to go for segmented strats, but at this point, it might just be faster. So I can't really explain how this is done either. It just works. If you thought the barrel was bad, getting the precise angle on this is it's also pretty bad. But hey, if you want world record, you have to do this trick. So, shoutouts to Unbeatable Records. That was pretty close. I just really like this trick, is why I'm showing it off. I want to make sure you guys see it. Alright, there we go.
Shut. Reckon it opens from elsewhere.
There we go, baby. Alright, segmented strats for the win. Fuck this game. Alright, that was bizarre in its own weird way. Alright, so that skip just went perfectly first try. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'll be here probably for the next few hours. If you want to send me a fruit basket or something like that. I like fruit baskets of all kinds. Yeah, that just saved 5 minutes, guys. You have no idea. The level is that long. Okay, so he's going to reload before he lets us climb the wall, because logic. So now we're back in bounds doing some crazy jumps. We're still going to need the pipe out. Brutally murder that Nazi. Smack this wall. Throw that grenade. Hopefully that opens up where we need to go. There's another brick wall you have to destroy in just a second. If you throw a grenade there, sometimes it'll open up early. Jumping will also skip the animation for killing enemies if you're faced with fighting one. So it's not actually open, so it's the grenade. It's fine. It takes an extra second. But coming up is one of the biggest skips in the game, one that I found pretty early on, compared to the rest. It's a pretty easy and simple trick to get. And people always wonder, how do speedrunners find glitches? This one literally came about me just running into a wall enough times. So, here's Wesley, he's going to be captured, and you're supposed to save him, and then the guy comes out and kills him, and you get tortured. And all that fun stuff, but we're just gonna leave him here. Come up here, get a nice little sprint, and we're through the wall. Hooray! Skips. That saves about 7 or 8 minutes.
Grab the cable car to the village. Rendezvous with Kessler to the tavern.
I think someone said this was Ocarina of Time at one point in chat, earlier on, when people were still watching. And they wouldn't be wrong, because there is wrong warping in this game as well. Which we'll get to in just a minute. Yeah, there's a lot of the biggest skips in the game. this point, we're waiting for the door to open so we can leave with the train car. You have a lot of time, so you can just pick up some supplies. This is actually the same way we came into Castle Wolfenstein at the very beginning of the game. We undocked over there. So now we're escaping, and things go crazy, and yeah, then we go on warp. So keep your eyes on, like, this little section of the sky. Just over there. Just remember that one section. Actually, it's more like by that little cloud. Little happy cloud. Somewhere over there.
Shut down the power. Need to get it back up again.
Be sure to remember that little cloud. I need everybody thinking of that little cloud for this to work. The more you think of it, the easier this trick will be. I'm gonna kill some of these enemies. Just some of them, not all of them. Kill that guy. He can die. Kill this one. Kill you. So we're gonna pull this. You don't really need to, but it gets us a checkpoint. Makes trying this trick over and over again a little bit easier, but hopefully we just get a first try. If you guys are thinking of the little cloud, look at this right there. Okay, nice. Thank you all for thinking of the little cloud. You're not supposed to access the hatch in that manner, so the game doesn't know what to do when you are moving, and it freaks the fuck out. And it's like, hey, you're in water, but you're also going to be in the sky. So now we're up here in the sky, and we can just kind of swim towards these rocks. And if we get the checkpoint, we can reload it. Really nice if he wasn't in the way. Just wait a second. Come on. He's gonna make me kill him. What a guy. I'm pretty sure Draco is paying some of his Nazi brothers to make this run worse. I can't confirm nor deny that, but just intuition. Yeah, when you're in the sky and in the water at the same time, you can actually fall out of the water, which will then drop you out of the world, but you'll fall sideways, and you'll go, like, through the side of the map and never be able to come back. It's really strange. So we're going to reload that checkpoint, which gets us a little further into the bridge. It saves, I think, 3 seconds overall or something. So I'm going to pick up a shotgun from this guy. Okay, nice. these two to get out of my way.
Think fast, BJ.
So now we're back outside where we came in the very, very beginning in the car, making our way through a little town. Where's Anya? We haven't met Anya because this is the prequel to that shitty game that you just ran, Draku. There's the headshot there. It's always lovely. But we get to meet some other cuties, some other waifus, which we'll see for like one moment and then never see again. So this guy's dead. You can source minigun if you like. It's not really needed. I was gonna kind of wait here. Something's coming. Where are the no-scopes? Just wait. There will be plenty of no-scopes in just a minute. So I'm going to throw another grenade there. It's really badly thrown. Okay. For some reason this is not separating.
That's the tavern. That's where I gotta be. Dinner sits and singing in moonshine.
Ich bringe Sie zu Herrn Kessler.
What's your name?
Annette, what is yours?
William J. Blazkowicz, U.S. military.
Do people call you that?
Father used to call me Billy Boy.
Billy boy.
Billy Boy. Billy Boy. Billy Boy. Seltsamer Name für einen erwachsenen Mann.
Some people just call me BJ.
I like this better.
Ladies first.
You look like a BJ.
Yes, she likes to make fun of us. It's pretty cute. It's pretty adorable. So we're about to go through a fight sequence and then give you a lot of supplies. We're just going to take up
William J.
all the health.
Blazkowicz, U.S. military.
Keep an eye on the health as it goes up. Gonna overload this bad boy.
Adam's bosom.
615. That's not bad.
Take care of the Nazi pigs, Agent Blazkowicz. Kill them all!
So they're gonna hide and leave me here to fight.
Lock this
And,
door.
I'm not really sure why, because we could all just run away. And get away safely. No scopes. Headshots. Got that guy way in the back. Nice.
How many goddamn Nazis are there in this world?
Some of them will like get stuck behind a pillar, which is real fun. Like this guy over here, he's kind of dancing. Okay, got off of it. There's the headshot. Really missed the headshot. There we go. Okay, that should be everybody.
Okay.
So typically there's 3 or 4 little sections of this fight that you have to go through.
Mind.
As Judgy and myself found out, I think more him than me. If you take off the plate on his arm, and then you just focus all your damage here for a little bit. Just gonna do that. You skip the other 3 or 4. And once again, you just brutally murder him. It's fine. Still have 360 odd health.
Are you okay, Blazkowicz? I'm fine. I'm sorry about your friend. Thanks.
You could also use the minigun there that we stored earlier.
What about the girl?
She's coming with us.
I mean, what's her story?
Rescued from a deportation convoy heading out of Wolfburg. Family is gone. I'm all she has.
If you run too far ahead, he stops his dialogue and the whole area is just quiet for about a minute as he walks down to the boat. So I'm pick this up.
Who knows? Letters. What remains of her family. Should take them with me.
So coming up is the Chapter 5 skip, which is not too difficult, but you have to be pretty precise.
Mir geht's gut.
It's not as random as barrel clipping, luckily.
Get in, Agent Blazkowicz. We should be on.
But another seemingly Bioshock Infinite parallel is that our character doesn't row. Skip some intro movies.
Agent Blazkowicz, you're looking for OSA Agent 2. I called ahead to say that you were coming. Agent 2 knows where Helga is.
Good.
So much death for a silly folder.
When we don't find it, there'll be a whole lot more.
So there's quite a few things in this little boat shack
Me and Annette will hide
that will
in
let
here.
us get out of bounds.
I stole some radio devices from the Nazi pigs. We can use them to communicate. Take this, and then get out of the boat and help me push it under the jetty. Leg dich hin, meine Liebe.
Alright, so we're just going to push this back. And then they're going to watch me jump around for a little bit. So we're going to first jump here. Get up on these hooks. Get up on the boat, which is actually moving, which is always fun. Alright, just a little jump this way. Alright, now we're in a wall. So we need to drop down a little bit. And then swim in a downward direction. This could take a second. There we go. Alright, that was actually pretty fast. So now we're out of bounds. And we can just swim past everything. Look at all that beautiful scenery. Oh, it's gone. It works. There you go.
Cousin went on the dive bar in Mesquite. Earned my first dollar there. Spent it all on rock candy. Sweet, sweet candy.
So we're just gonna walk past the drinking Nazis. There's one we actually walk on up here. They're having a nice discussion about some pictures. And why not just go ahead and just clip through the door as well? Just gonna walk right through this. Ah. And here's the big baddie of the whole game, Helga.
Goddamn folder.
Ist mit Ihrem Freund. Schicken Sie ihn weg, damit wir unser Gespräch fortsetzen können.
Ach, Schreiner, verdammt nochmal, jetzt lassen Sie mich doch erstmal meinen Wein genießen.
Generalstraße wird Ergebnisse sehen.
So we're trying to take this folder away, since it's what we need to set up the plots of the new order. But she calls us back to the table. We're gonna have a little talk. drink some wine.
Wie heißen Sie?
France.
Franz. Mein Cousin heißt auch so. Fasziniert Sie das, Franz? Als Kind habe ich
So this is kind of where the game takes a huge
im Wald bei uns
diversion
nach Schätzen gegraben.
from what you'd be expecting,
Ja,
and starts borrowing things from the Call of Duty franchise instead of
war Napoleon.
Wolfenstein.
Ich war Monate ans Bett gefesselt, hatte schreckliche Träume.
And you think BJ would remember all the stuff going into the New Order, but for some reason he just completely loses every bit of memory he has.
Aber natürlich. Ist ja normal.
But you'll see what I'm talking about in a couple
Aber
minutes.
aufgeben ist was für Schwächlinge.
This nice food over
Ich
here.
habe nie aufgegeben. Ich habe mein Schicksal in die Hand genommen. Haben Sie Ihr Schicksal in der Hand, Franz? Nur zu. Probieren Sie den Wein für mich. Und?
Return to Castle Wolfenstein did have zombies, but they didn't really have Nazi zombies.
Sie haben einen interessanten Akzent. Köstlich. Das ist der erbärmlichste Wein, den ich je getrunken habe. Der ist sauer, um Gottes Willen. Trinken Sie aus. Man
Alright, time to get drunk.
sofort. Wie feuchter Keller. Muffig. Ein Hauch von Rosine. Und der Geschmack. Süß wie
Can we please save Anetta?
ein Rotwein.
Fun fact about that. When we get to mission
Das
6,
würde ich nicht mal meinem ärgsten
we may or
Feind
may not
erzählen.
save someone or no one at all. There's actually another waifu that we never met, because we skipped her with this Chapter 5 skip. We do get to see her for a brief moment in time, though.
My dear, incompetent Shriner. He's not a waiter. He's a spy. Did you really think I would be impressed by your atrocious German? Now give me the folder, Franz. Oh. Behalten Sie ihn im Auge. Was ist los, Eberhard? Eberhard, Unternehmen.
So now we have to deal with zombies instead of just regular Nazis. Which isn't too bad, but whenever you kill an actual enemy, he will turn into a zombie and you have to kill him again, which gets rather annoying later on when you're trying to run through an area. Luckily, it's not too bad at the moment.
Looks like a dusty old map. What secrets are you looking for, Helga?
Alright, be sure to put on our Beats by Dre headphones again.
Kessler, can you hear me? Helga's gone. Took the folder with her. I'm coming back to the boathouse now. Do you copy? Jesus Christ.
So we're just gonna run past these idiots.
Kessler, come in. You read?
Typically, you would see this lovely young lady, Pippa,
Gadgets.
but like I said, we skipped her. And at one point in time, you were supposed to give up your weapons so you could infiltrate Helga's tavern. So the game's taking them away from me during that cutscene, and they give it back in this little chest. Unfortunately, Pippa is now a zombie. I almost smacked with a pipe once, alright. Rip.
You deserved a better fate than this, Pippa.
Wrong gun out. Won't matter. Nazi zombie dog. Not too bad.
digging up something beneath the church ruins. Must have been what caused this shitstorm. What's your location?
Some of the zombies actually have guns, and they will shoot at you if you don't move.
Workshop, close to the old town.
Hello.
So it's not like I have other guns I can pull out and just shoot the zombie with. I actually have to just saw faster, which is not really useful because we're not going to use that weapon. Someone asked if I would save Anetta here, and typically you're given the choice between saving Anetta or Kessler. Unfortunately, we're just going to skip both. Or fortunately, how you look at it.
Gotta find a way to get to them.
I'm really hoping that these guys will be preoccupied fighting each other, so that I can set up the skip. Alright, there we go. So now we're in water once again. Hello. And we need to get back on solid ground, which is still technically supposed to be underwater. Which is why everything looks weird right here. Okay, we're at the end of the level, so... time for some Titanfall action. So as soon as I got to this level, I mean, my casual playthrough, I knew it would be broken. Because anytime in a game you can enter and exit a vehicle on will, you can break it. What is this zombie die? Okay.
One more hillbilly
So now we're actually just going to go ahead and get out of it. It'll let me down. It's a little bit slower to take this all the way up. And once you do the checkpoint and reload, it just warps up to you anyways. So there's our lovely robot. So I'm not really worried about this zombie on me, because he'll die when I flip the car. Normally you're supposed to get a key to run around and open up this gate, so you can bring your robot through, but if you just back up enough, like that, you can force yourself through the gate, open up the door, and get back inside your mech. And now we have a zombie on us. Oh, we have two. Normally they're not a huge deal, but they can whittle down your health quite fast if you don't take care of them. So we just have one level left to go, which is the boss fight. Grab some extra health, just in case. There's one tricky part of running through this little dig site, and it's right down here.
What have you been digging for?
We should take out this guy who's working the zombie. That's not the hard part. But we need to take out this. Alright, got him. Okay. It's pretty fast. Pick up some supplies as he dies. Now we can just run past him. You can't run past the mech. You can't really disable him without wasting a ton of time, so the fastest way is just to simply kill him.
Drives this madness. You're like a blind worm tumbling your way through the soil. Deeper and deeper
I think this is the most recent trick discovered coming up. I'm gonna go for it.
Places better left forgotten.
And Judgy actually found it while working on the segmented run of this game, which is pretty cool. You guys should go check that out. Take out a few of these enemies, make it a little easier. So we're gonna go out of bounds, and I'm gonna swim. It's really hard to see at this point, so hopefully I get to the right spot. Otherwise, I'm gonna die. Okay, we made it. At some point, you just drop out of the water, and if you're not over top of where you're supposed to be, you fall and you have to redo it. The game still thinks we're like technically underwater, which is why we have a really annoying filter. It might look the exact same because of my upload speed, but I assure you there is a filter which will go away once we get up high enough. It's like, oh, you're out of water now, so. Stab me in the hand is also in Darkness 2. I believe, if I'm not wrong, it's been a while since I've played Darkness 2, but you get nailed in each hand. So yeah, if I jump, you can kind of see that the effect is starting to go away. Kind of flickers there. Get some ammo. I'm just waiting for this little staircase to go down. Then we're at the final boss. Shouldn't take too long to beat. Even on the hardest difficulty, you can actually find a safe spot that the boss won't be able to hit you, and you can just cheese the whole fight, which is always fun. We can skip the last step or two. There we go. Pick up some supplies, don't want that note. And here we go.
Friends, mein Ober, Sie können Ihre Finger nicht vom Feuer lassen, ne? Aber diesmal verbrennen Sie. You're that fucking American, aren't you? Who killed my hunter Rudy? I must say you're stuck. What have we here? Ja, das hätte uns etwas Zeit erspart.
Ich verstehe diese Symbole nicht.
Oh, Fortuna, so strange and unpredictable. I could just... I feel like I'm a child again, digging for the treasures in the woods. This moment will put me in the history books amongst the greatest of adventures.
You'll always be just another Nazi.
Sehen Sie, Schreiner.
Ja, aber es ändert nichts. Bisher konnten Sie weder mich noch General Strasse beeindrucken, Helga.
Meine Güte, Schreiner, Sie sind ein solcher Korrentenkacker.
They don't shoot VJ because they try to feed him to something that appears in a moment.
Das ist die Kombination, Sie Idiot! Na bitte.
Sind Sie sicher, dass das richtig ist, Helga?
Ja, nun machen Sie sich nicht gleich ins Helga,
was ist das?
Oh Gott, Idioten! Gott, Idioten! Vier Stunden. Hallo. Du bist also...
So if you guys are still thinking of that happy little cloud that was in Mission 4, I need you to go back to that because it'll help with my aim.
Lecker, lecker
Well, you want to keep the body warm, Ferret. Who wants a cold meal?
Na bitte. Sehen Sie, Schreiner? Sehen Sie? So beherrscht man ein Monster. Ha! Wollen Sie es auch mal versuchen?
Ich gestehe, Helga, ich bin beeindruckt.
Aber warum hat König Otto dein schönes Gesicht vor der Welt versteckt, hm? Egal. Zeit zum Fressen. Anna, Bicke!
So it's really nice when he does that scream. We're just gonna kind of wait by the door. You can stand on either of the stairs at the very corner, and he won't be able to hit you either. Standing here seems to work out pretty well. That guy's actually coming really close to me for no apparent reason. And they're gonna kill me, which is fantastic. So even though you give him enough damage, sometimes he doesn't recognize that you've actually hit him until he's done with his animation, which is rather annoying. Okay, there we go. And time.